selection issues for Andrew Strauss, and these are the contenders to fill that spot. So England have to sort their team out. Australia too might just make a tweak or two to theirs. All will be revealed.
Yeah, we're finally ready. Tommy the mascot and Ranjan Madigali, the match referee, are alongside the two captains. Andrew, you have the coin. Heads is the call. It's a tail. England have won the toss. What are you going to do?
We're going to have a bat. The wicket looks pretty good to me. There's not a lot of moisture in it, so it's a case of getting stuck in and hopefully getting a big score early on.
I guess the pitch has been the least of your concerns this morning.
There's been a bit of running around, to be honest. Matt Pryor had a bit of a back spasm, but he seems to have loosened up quite a lot in the last 10 minutes or so he's fit to play. And the other news is that Steve Harmison's coming in for Andrew Flintoff, who unfortunately wasn't fit to play.
Ricky, it looks a good pitch. Would you like to have a bat first?
Yeah, we're going to bat first, yeah. But saying that, there is a little bit of cloud around, and we know this place, there's a bit of cloud cover, the ball can do a little bit. So it's important now that we've lost the toss that we start bowling well and we hang into our chances early on.
And you've boosted your seam attack as well.
Yeah, we have. We brought Stuart Clark back in. He's been knocking on the door for the last few weeks as far as selection's concerned. So he's come back in for Nathan Horrocks, and Brad Haddin comes back in for Graham Manus. So we've started to get a side now. A few guys are coming back to full fitness, and we got a bit out of the last game, so we're looking forward to this week.
Is it a risk not playing a spinner?
I think it probably always is. You're preferably always going with a quality spinner in your side. We got Marcus North, who can do a good job for us. Michael Clark at some stage might be able to bowl during the game, and Simon Kadich. So we've still got a few options around. But we think with the guys that we've got this week, with the conditions that we've got here, it's our best chance of taking 20 wickets in the game.
You happy that Michael Clark and Brad Haddin are 100% fit?
Yeah, they're both good enough to play. I've obviously put the question to them the last couple of days, and they're fine with it. So Michael Clark's been our best batsman so far, and Haddin looked one of our better batters as well. So to have those two guys stay in the side is a good sign for us.
It's a critical 5 days. How much faith have you got in your team here?
Yeah, I've got full faith in the guys. I think when we've played our best cricket in the series, it's been very good. There's just been a bit of a gap between our best and our worst. And I think if we have a good, consistent performance from 11 players this week, then I think we'll put up a good show.
Go well. The news from the middle then. After a chaotic morning, Andrew Strauss has won the toss and England will bat.
Well, now we know all the answers. We know who's batting, we know who's playing, and these are the two who will be out there quite shortly, actually, because we're going to start at 11. That toss was taken later than normal, so Andrew Strauss and Alistair Cook will be opening at 11 o'clock. Behind them will be Ravi Bopara, who could do with a big score. He's had a couple of 30s here and there, but he could do with a big score. Ian Bell, of course, came back into the side in the previous match at Edgbaston. Paul Collingwood has been an ever-present. A lot of pressure on that middle order to deliver today, and for Matt Pryor too. Past fit after that back spasm. He'll be hoping that that disappears completely by the time he is called upon to bat. He's got a bit more time now to rest. After him now comes Stuart Broad, with no Flintoff. Jonathan Trott left out as well from the squad here. Stuart Broad has an important role to play, and any runs from him and from Graham Swan will be very valuable and very welcome. And then Steve Harmison makes it back into this England 11. He's been in the squad throughout the series. He's been left out throughout the series, but the injury to Flintoff, the fitness problems for Flintoff mean that the tall, fast man from Durham gets another chance in Test match cricket, and with him will be James Anderson and Graham Onions. Now the Australians have made a couple of changes as well, but they've stuck with the opening partnership that we saw in the previous Test match at Edgbaston. So it's Shane Watson and Simon Katich. Then of course comes the captain, Ricky Ponting, who's shown good form, got that big 100 in the first Test match at Cardiff, but I'm sure would love to make another 100 here to get his team back on track and maybe up to win again. Mike Hussey got some runs, useful runs in Birmingham. Michael Clark's been their best throughout the series, but he has got a bit of a stomach injury. So he'll be nursing that, I'm sure, looking after that. But he's been a vital cog in this machine for the Australians over the last month or so. Marcus North will bat, and by the sound of it, will have to bowl some off breaks as well. Brad Haddin had that broken finger in the moments before the game started at Edgbaston. I can't say it's recovered completely, but he's obviously fit enough to take his place. Mitchell Johnson showed improved form in that previous Test match as well with the ball. So he keeps his place in the side, and they'll hope he continues improving. Then Stuart Clark comes in. No spinner, no official spinner, no Nathan Horrocks, but Stuart Clark comes in. Peter Siddle and Ben Hilfenhaus make up the attack.
Potentially just 5 days away from regaining the Ashes, England, if they have a good 5 days here at Headingley. It's been a chaotic morning. plenty going on, and Andrew Strauss has had a lot of decisions to make, and he needs to just calm himself now, blank his mind, and concentrate on his job as a batsman and not a captain. England need to score runs. He's done the first job well, which is winning the toss and deciding to bat first on what looks a good pitch. And now England need to have a good day by putting big runs on the board. Alistair Cook is Andrew Strauss's opening partner, of course. He could do with a few runs as well. He's got a very good average for a young man in just his 24th game. Would really love to put on a big opening partnership today, because if anything, England's middle order looking a little bit more fragile now that Andrew Flintoff is not playing. Australia have beefed up their seam attack. Stuart Clark in for the spinner Nathan Horrocks, so we'd expect Hilfenhaus and Clark to take the new ball, and then Siddle and Johnson to back up. With no specialist spinner, Shane.
Yeah, good morning, Athos. All set for a monster game. Geez, you're peaking early, saying England are going to retain the Ashes, only 5 days away. It's a fair bit of cricket to be played between now and then, I would have thought, Athos. I think Australia got a lot of momentum from Birmingham. Got a sneaking feeling they're going to play really well. They'll be disappointed at losing the toss, but there is a bit of cloud cover and is a bit humid, so I expect the ball might nip around this morning. We know this test match generally at Headingley creates a result, so at the end of this 5 days there will be a result. Here comes Hilfenhaus with the first cherry of the morning.
Oh, now there's an inside edge, I think. Otherwise, Strauss was dead and buried.
Well, I thought Rudy had gone. Billy Bowden, the new umpire, that looked absolutely plumb if he hasn't hit that. Well, now, to me, that looks like it's hitting the stumps. Great start from Hilfenhaus.
Did I say inside edge? The sound must have come from bat on boot or bat and pad. There were definitely two sounds, and that's why Bowden didn't give it. Just there, the bat clipped the pad, but that is stone dead.
So I can understand Ricky Ponting wanting Stuart Clark in the side to give him some sort of control with the ball, and you can set a field, you know what you're going to get. But at the end of the day, to not have a specialist spinner, and Nathan Horrocks has taken 10 wickets in this series, only a couple behind Jimmy Anderson, who's the leading wicket taker. The wicket over the history has not been easy for spin bowlers. It's generally always suited the quickies better. But in recent couple of years, even playing county cricket here, the last couple of years, it really has spun. So you can look at the foot marks on the wicket already. It looks dry, and it really, surprisingly, Australia not going with a spinner.
Edged. Oh, what a catch! What a catch! Full, and Strauss wafting away outside off stump. That is a magnificent catch from Marcus North.
Wow, what a catch! That looked like an absolute screamer, a hanger. Marcus North looked like he put out the right duke and it just stuck. It was full, it was a good length slash, but it was high and went fast. What a catch. That's a beauty. It's one of those ones you just stick your hand up there and it sticks. The Spider-Man stuck to the grip. Catch Marcus North. England lose their first wicket. The captain gone for a 3, 11 for 1.
First blood Australia. They could have had Strauss first ball, but they've got him with his 17th for just 3. And that brings Ravi Bopara to the crease. Australia are bowling well. They're bowling a full length, which is important here at Headingley. And the ball not really moving, but just wobbling a bit. And they're asking questions of the batsman.
Yeah, it's been their length as well. That was the key to this dismissal. It was a foolish length that drew him into the shot. That went so fast, and as a slip field, it's all about reaction and technique, and that's how you practice. His technique was good there, got his hand in the position.
And that is a Jaffa.
Yeah, nice start to the new batsman. You don't want any freebies. When the new batsman comes out, you've got to earn their first run. Lovely delivery. Nice length. I think that's been a good start from Australia's bowling. It's been their length.
Oh dear. Oh dear, this is a bad start for England. Bopara under pressure at 3 is gone, and Australia have got just the start they wanted.
Well, don't worry about Merv Hughes, McDermott, Bruce Reid and the rest of them, and McGrath. Ben Hilfenhaus is the man. A real soft one here from Bopara. It was wide and just hung the bat out there. Just lobbed to gully. That's why I reckon he struggles at number 3. But well done, Australia. Off to a flyer. 16 for 2, England.
Two down, England. We've only had 6.4 overs, but already Strauss and Bopara back in the hutch. What a moment then for Ian Bell to come to the crease. Time for him to perform. Good test career, averaging over 40. Not so good against Australia, but looked in good touch at Edgbaston. England needs something from him now. All of a sudden, he's a senior player in this side, and that's a big transformation. Was a juicy delivery to get first up. Ben Hilfenhaus hit the stumps at the non-striker's end, and it will have hurt his fingers.
Here's the wicket again, Ravi Bopara. It's wide. Didn't really need to play it, Ravi Bopara. Just hung the bat out there. Just lobbed to the gully. It's a nothing shot, really. From a number 3 batsman, as you spoke about, you've got to be tight with this new ball here at Headingley. He's just not tight enough.
Oh, in the air, down to third man. Phew. Young it out there. Ian Bell went for the drive.
Got him, that's well bowled, that's much better directed. And Ian Bell had a quick look at it, didn't quite get his decision making right in time, fended it away, and Brad Haddin has taken the catch.
Well, problems here for England. This was an excellent delivery though. Well directed. And look at how high it passed Ian Bell, but yet almost died by the time it got to the wicket keeper. Just to show there's not a great deal of pace in this pitch. But Mitchell Johnson got it up nonetheless. Bell goes for 8. It's 39 for 3.
39 for 3. The problems continue for England this morning. They had them off the field to start with. They've now very much got them on the field. And the next man in the firing line is Paul Collingwood. So Mitchell Johnson strikes the third ball of his third over.
Well, Mitchell Johnson started to look a lot better at Edgbaston, and now here at Headingley, he has struck early. That was a good bouncer. Tried his best to get over the ball, Ian Bell. Not too sure he should have tried that. Perhaps he should have tried to drop his hands, get out of the way.
Well, it's a good run in the end. Spotted the opportunity, spotted the fact the mid-off was just a little bit deep and not really paying attention. Collingwood has gone. Fourth wicket is in the bag. Each of the bowlers has now grabbed a wicket this morning. The 4 men used, each have 1 apiece now. So England are in deep trouble.
This was a good delivery though. Excellent delivery. Good length. Had to be coming forward to that, Paul Collingwood. And it moved away from him just doing enough to find the outside edge. Well, Stuart Clark is happy. He has been waiting a long time to get back into this team, and he has provided his captain with a wicket. Paul Collingwood goes without scoring. It's 42 for 4.
Well, Matt Prior had a scare this morning. A back spasm after a tumble in the football that preceded the match today, the warm-up there. had a late fitness test. He seems to have recovered. But England need him at his best now, that is for sure. 42 for 4. It's been Ponting and Australia's morning. Stuart Clark, the man brought back into the team today at the expense of the off-spinner. One of 4 men now who have taken a wicket today. And this is what he does. He gets that seam beautifully lined up. The ball swings away just enough. The length is good. You could argue that if Collingwood had left the shot just a fraction later, he might have seen the opportunity to leave well alone and not push the bat out at the ball, but it's good bowling. Well timed and perfectly by Sexton and at deep square leg and at long leg. Something to cheer for the England supporters, many of them here today, as the 50 comes up.
And that'll be 4. Short and wide, and you do get value for shot here at Headingley.
Good shot, it's wide. And I think that's Matt Pryor's go. He plays well when he plays aggressively and he goes after the ball and tries to be positive. I think that's his best way to play. And England need a bit of a counter-attack, and I think that's why he can bat at number 6. He is a decent batsman. It's wide, but he went after it, threw everything at it. I think that's his go. 59 for 4, and the bowlers are in next. This is the partnership where they need to really try and get some momentum back.
Oh, outside edge, gone! 5 down, England. Oh, they're on fire. Stuart Clark, perfect for Headingley. Oh, deep trouble. Yeah, it's as bad as that, sir. On his way.
Yeah, we've said about Stuart Clark. We showed him. He showed you his groupage. It's really the line. It's the length again that draws Alistair Cook. Just a little push. Just zipped off the wicket at a good low catch. Those ones sometimes at first slip, you're not sure if the keeper are going to go or not. Keeper held his line. Good catch from Michael Clark. That man, Stuart Clark, strikes again against England. Lost their 5th wicket now for 63. 63 for 5, England.
Well, Stuart Broad this morning in the paper, I want to bat 7. You're in, son.
Well, here's your chance. Here's your chance. He wants to bat number 7. He's coming in at a time at 60 for 5 with the Ashes on the line. If you're ever going to do it, here's a time to do it to show that you can bat at 7. It's good that he wants to bat at number 7. You've got to be able to do it. Now's a great opportunity for him. There's his Test career, 21 matches. Averages 30, best of 76. Still only 23 years of age. To me, he's a handy number 8 at the moment.
Oh, roundabout there, anywhere there. Alistair Cook had hung around 30 from 65 deliveries. A little bit of bounce, but comfortable catch. Michael Clark makes no mistake there. Oh, gone! Tipped into the leg side. Broad stands there, but I'm sure this is a clean catch. Naked eye would tell me that it's there, and Broad's going.
Well, Broad was in the best situation to see it. He clipped it off his pads and he looked straight there and he's gone. He's walked off. So to me, must be out. I'm not sure if the umpires are conferring, but Stuart Broad's gone. It must have been clear. Looked like Simon Kadich claimed it straight away. Go, did it get there?
I think he's fine. I think he's absolutely fine. His fingers underneath the ball, and that ends proceedings.
England certainly up against it. 72 for 6 in the morning. So Graham Swan is the new man at the crease.
That's runs. Just a little too wide and too full on this occasion. But again, you don't mind the batsman playing at that.
Yeah, too much width. It's too full. The length, once again, drew the batsman in the shot. As a bowler, you don't mind the batsman chasing those. Easily nick, as we've seen this morning. Not this time. Good shot, good execution. I've said it a few times. Pryor is at his best when he's playing his shots in aggressive tone. He forces the bowler to bowl a few more bad balls. He puts pressure on the bowler. We need him to make a big one. Sure, we're going to see a short pitch bowling theory again with Swan. When you're bowling the short ball stuff, it's also an element of surprise. There's two ways. You can let the batsman know that it's going to come every ball, you're going to get the short stuff, and it can help with your ball that you pitch up. Or it can be a surprise element. At the moment, Australia have got no mid-on. They've got two back on the hook, got a bat pad, and they've already bowled some short balls at him. And Swan's actually looked a lot more comfortable than he has at any other stage of the series. I think he should be expecting some more.
No!
It's important here that he can't get off strike. So the fielders in the ring, Shane Watson, Ben Hilfenhaus at mid-off, Watson at point, Kadic at bat pad. It's important that those guys are switched on and sneak in a little bit, don't get too deep, and really cut off the single. It's important that Peter Siddle can get deliveries, enough deliveries to Swan. Not just one or two, because then as a bowler you feel, I've only got one ball at him, I've got to try and knock him over, and you go for the wicket ball. That's when you bow for boundaries. It's the same stuff, same plan, short stuff, the odd one pitched up.
Edged, gone. Pitched up, went for the drive. Graham Swan, long drawn out naught to his name, 15 balls, 92 for 7.
Just like that. That's how to do it. Softening up with a couple of good short ones that we've seen. Let him know it's coming, which helps the ball pitched up. And it was the length again that drew him the shot. Good technique. Nice catch from Michael Clarke. He's fielded in there for the series and hasn't got too many off the quickies. But Siddle does the job for Australia. Swan goes for a globe. It's 92 for 7.
Steve Armstrong, great reception when he came out. 2 matches. He could do 49 not out or better. Now he will be aggressive, Steve Armstrong. Tends to get himself in a bit of a muddle when he tries to just defend.
We saw after the break Andrew Strauss was having a bit of a giggle and a laugh. I think it was a bit of a nervous laugh. Suddenly got a bit of a worry on his face at 92 for 7 now. Trying to think about where they can get some more runs from as to how it's all gone wrong for them this morning. Paul Collingwood's biting his nails. They're all, as Ian Botham says, it's a pretty worried dressing room there at the moment. Need his tail to wag. Been pretty good in the series so far. 108, 125 at Lords, 92. Ouch. I think he's okay. 92 for 7.
Not sure what it hit, but it sounded banged in. Oh, it's given the helmet a bit of a twist. As you'd say, it's one on the melon.
Yep, copped one in the melon. But I think it hit his arm guard on that first, which took a lot of the sting out of it. But a good over. Harmy will be playing his shots.
Actually, it's glove, Ben Helmet. Blimey. I'd like to bring our third man in if we could and see what he thinks of that. Is that possible? Can we, Nasser? I haven't seen this before.
Yeah, I mean, he's also in a bit of a low trotter form here. He's got 5 noughts in his last 6 first-class innings, Steve Harmison, so he needs a score.
There's no one back on the hook. Saw for Graham Swan. The Australian plan was to test him out with some short stuff. There's no one back. Harmison does like the hook. It's got a leg gully instead of 2 men back on the hook. So I think Harmison might be tested as well with some short stuff, with the odd full and wide one for the nick. But he'll have a go at it.
That might be out. It is out. He walks Steve Harmison. Little outside edge. It is 0 for Steve Harmison, and it is 98 for 8.
Yeah, the regulation nick. Steve Harmison joins Mike Atherton on 20 noughts. There it is. Just try to work it to the onside. Another wicket for Australia. 98 for 8 England. Wow.
Jimmy Anderson. Another man with an interesting record. Siddle. Want to get rid of Jimmy Anderson. They know he can hang around. But Pryor at the other end, that's what England need. Regulation outside edge this, Steve Harmison.
Didn't really go back and across to this one. Just tried to work it on the onside and got the nick. Pretty good cherry, to be fair. Peter Siddle, oh well, 3 for 19 he is. Stuart Clark's got 3 for 18. Really have built up some pressure.
Well, that's a good length, though. Tempting, that length.
I know Jimmy Anderson's a number 10, but this has been the problem for England today, that when Australia have bowled an inviting length, England have gone after it. Very, very loose. Headingley demands certain disciplines from batsmen, and the disciplines that England have ignored today.
That's another wicket. That's a good bouncer. Well directed.
To beauty. No blame on Jimmy Anderson for this one. This is a rip-snorting bouncer from Siddle. Lifted steeply. Cramped Jimmy Anderson for room, and that would have troubled many a top-order batsman. Anderson couldn't drop his hands quickly enough. And Brad Haddin takes another catch, a very simple one. And England are 9 down. 102 for 9. We're only in the 34th over.
9 down. Graham Onions comes in at number 11 for England. And how they need someone to spend some time at the crease with Matt Pryor. 37 not out, Matt Pryor. 37 from just 43 deliveries as well. And Graham Onions last 43 deliveries. That would give Pryor an opportunity to get a few more runs.
You could argue it might be to England's advantage to get out there and bowl, Mikey, while the ball's still doing something. Maybe Strauss should declare.
102 is a pretty meagre first innings score, though. Is that another one? It is. He's standing his ground and finally given out. That's 5 wickets for Siddle.
Superb bowling from Australia this morning. A combination of aggressive, disciplined bowling and some very sketchy batting for England has left England 102 all out. This is another good bouncer to the tail. Did it hit the glove? Did it hit the forearm guard? Well, Graham Onions was standing there, but Katic was convinced. Forearm guard. A good job he's wearing it, because that might have hurt his arm. The upshot is 5 for Siddle, and England 102 all out. Bowled beautifully, bowled a full length at the top order, roughed up the tail with some short pitch deliveries. Australia have got their selection spot on this morning, bringing in that man on the left, Stuart Clark, retaining the man on the right, Peter Siddle, leaving the spinner out, Nathan Horrocks. And they've bowled England out in the best part of 34 overs. And for Australia, this is their chance, really. The Ashes are there to be taken if they can put on a decent first innings score and then bat well throughout the series. This is the moment that they can regain the Ashes, really. This first innings here at Headingley, they bat well and they've become very, very strong favourites to retain the urn.
Making sure he has everyone exactly where he wants them. Andrew Strauss. Jimmy Anderson just asking for fine leg to go a bit squarer. Well, not a bad start by Watson. Short outside the off stump and put away easily.
Beautiful start if you're the right-hander. Not so good if you're James Anderson. England will have noted the length that Australia bowled this morning, which was a full one. Anderson's first ball is short and wide.
And again.
Keep a close eye on James Anderson because he was stretching something when he came out to bat, whether it was groin, hamstring, calf, not sure, but just keep a careful eye on him, see how smoothly he's running into the crease.
There we go, and gone. That's why he's there.
Absolutely. Leg gully brought in. Well done, Andrew Strauss. Well done, Steve Harmison. Another delivery of steepling bounce that's nipped back to Simon Katic, who desperately tried to get on top of it, get his gloves out of the way and keep the ball down, but he couldn't. And the ball just looping in a gentle parabola to Ravi Bopara. Delight for Harmison, back in the team. That's something that England needed to give them a lift. 14 for 1. Katic gone for none. Boos ringing round the ground here at Headingley as Ricky Ponting walks to the crease. That won't bother him one iota. Might make him even more determined to do well.
Well, who would have thought that? 11 wickets in the day so far. And we are just into the 35th over. Certainly wouldn't ask for a better record than that for someone coming in at number 3 for Australia. Averaging almost 56. And look at all those runs. Andrew Strauss getting a bit more attacking now. 3 slips, 2 gullies. No forward short leg at the moment. Right through him. This has been a good start by Harmison, except for that one delivered down the leg side.
Great stuff. Western Terrace is up and vocal for the first time today. For the first time today, Australia just under a little bit of pressure.
Flicked away. Long leg is very wide. It's Harmison who's a long way away from that. Watson moves on to 14. Yeah, England need the energy, but they need not just that enthusiasm, not just that verve, but accuracy too here.
I think accuracy is everything here at Headingley. Can't get carried away and you see wickets tumbling.
Great shot, little bit of width. Ponting meeting fire with fire, and he's off the mark for the boundary.
Well, it's 22 for 1 and 4 fours. Short and wide at Headingley doesn't work. Well, anything wide either side. But there's plenty of bounce in this pitch. Plenty.
Played that well, he's turned it away. And we'll pick up, yes, another boundary. He's dealing almost exclusively in boundaries.
Well, 2 fine leg boundaries have come fine. Steve Harmis has been placed at fine leg, but he's very, very square, and now Strauss has brought him finer. This is a quickish pitch, the ball will go fine.
Ponting on the pull, and he's hit it beautifully. Very alert to that, Ricky Ponting. Very ready for it, and made absolutely no mistake with it.
Well, I'm not sure you could call this a counter-attack from Australia. I just think it's poor bowling, 6 fours. 33 for 1. Just take what scoring shots are on offer, and Ponting will.
Over the top of the slips this time. That was a looser shot. Ponting went with it and would have just hoped, when it left the edge of the bat, would have just hoped it went over the top, which it did.
Now, does he play this? Deliberate up and over shot, I would say. Way back in his crease.
A little bit short, not too short, but it's been put away beautifully. Not just for 4 this time, but for 6. Welcome to the attack.
Need to learn quickly, England. Short is not the way forward here, particularly against the top order. On the pull again, watch this swivel shot, middle of the bat.
It's in danger of being 4 more, is 4 more. And Australia have raced to 50.
Yes! It's going to be tight. Oh, it wasn't even tight. He was not in the picture.
Ponting had given up. Just given up. Ian Bell had a couple of opportunities at Edgbaston to run people out and missed the stumps. Missed the stumps here as well.
Well, you know that Ricky Ponting's going to do this. You know that he will take runs into that cover area. He's run himself out, I can think of 2 or 3 times doing it. England should be so on their toes.
A few boundaries that have been hit off England's bowlers.
Do you just get the impression that Ricky Ponting's just hanging back? And he just thinks, they keep on banging it into me. I'm not sure why. They got me out on the hook, a surprise hook, in the last test, but I'm quite enjoying this.
It certainly is. A number of times we've seen the ball whistle square the wicket, either through point or through mid-wicket square leg.
Very dangerous.
Well, this is a mix-up here. He might have been in, though. Good work from Stuart Broad, but also good work from Shane Watson to dive in.
Excellent work from Stuart Broad. Billy Bowden never misses the opportunity for a bit of theatre. Just dragging it out, asking for the third umpire. It was a wonderful piece of athleticism from Stuart Broad in his follow-through. Off balance on one leg. It's a great throw. Deserved better, but Shane Watson's safely home. That's well fielded. Tall, big bowler. To be that agile. Well fielded, but Shane Watson's comfortably home.
Wow. You don't run for those.
Ricky Ponting brings up his 50 with a majestic stroke. Really crunched. He's got the look of authority about him. Australia needed him to play a big innings. He's off to a good start. He's got himself in, and what a shot this was to bring up his 50. 7 fours and 1 6. Only faced 63 deliveries. Look at this for a stroke. Whoa, absolutely creamed it. Very determined.
Short and put away.
Frustrating times for England. A few good balls and suddenly the short one again. They just bowled too short, especially to Ricky Ponting, and too wide. The radar hasn't been right today from all the bowlers, really. England need to find the right combination of bowlers. I think it's time just to throw the spinner. No one will be expecting it. You got Ricky Ponting out, Graeme Swann. Give him an over. Try and then get your quickies back on.
That was very wide. Ricky Ponting will be a bit disappointed that he played at that.
Very disappointed. Just got the cut stuff, I think, this one. It's extremely wide. Look how wide this delivery is. Oh.
There we go again. Movement again there for Jimmy Anderson.
And late. I like Jimmy Anderson, and I've talked about it a lot, but I like that in-swinger as the variation. Especially today, we've seen Stuart Clark, Siddle taking 5 for nothing. Taking the ball away to the slips, pitching it full and taking it away. Jimmy Anderson seems to be swinging the ball. He likes that in-swinger, and at times he does it well, but I think for consistency, he should just try and bowl his out-swinger and be patient and bowl the odd in-swinger. What a shot. That's a great shot off the back foot. Just a fraction short again. I'll go all the way for 4. Well, Ricky Ponting really has come out with a man on the mission. 62 off 76 balls. He's 9th, 4 and a 6. That's a great shot, that.
Notice the length again though, Warnie. Again, it's short. It's not a pull this time, but it's a ball that's short. He has all the time in the world to go back onto his back foot and punch it away. Under these conditions, you're certainly much better off being driven off the front foot than bowling short.
First ball goes through mid-wicket with consummate ease. I think I've seen that somewhere before today.
That was a thunderous blow, wasn't it? It was a real loosener from Harmison. Just plopped in halfway down, and it sat up, asked to be whacked, and boy did Watson whack it.
What a shot. Brilliant shot. But Steve Harmison is not learning lessons. He's not adapting his tactics at all. And Shane Watson here following in the footsteps of Ricky Ponting earlier in the afternoon.
Andrew Strauss has responded by putting Ravi Bopara back on the fence, but I'm not sure that's the right tactic.
Oh dear, oh dear. Well, it leaves one speechless. That's the 100 partnership. No wonder Jeff Miller, the national selector, is looking so glum. And no wonder Andrew Strauss is looking so pensive.
Good partnership after the early loss of Simon Katic, but you have to say they've been helped along by some woeful bowling.
So the top. Actually, I tell you what, Ricky Ponting there, sorry, Shane Watson there, adjusted really well. No one at third man, so up and over is a perfectly safe shot. But he adjusted the shot halfway through. Seemed to climb on him just a little bit. Up and over it goes. Another 4. Well, it's a bit fuller this time. It's a super shot, though. Absolutely super shot.
See, you don't mind that, David. If I was captain, I'd be applauding that almost. Because that's what you want to see. You want to see Ponting coming forward and driving. And all right, it went for 4, but it could easily go off an outside edge, this, to slip or gully or even cover. You don't mind seeing that at all. See, it's gone in the air, square. Could easily go backward of square, and that, your gully's in business.
Well, it's close to gully, it's over the top of gully, it's a test for Bopara. It looks as though he might just have got that inside the boundary rope. It might be one of those ones that third umpire has to look at. And indeed, third umpire is now looking at it. Here we are, the sliding stop. Just look at, oh, he's well into the rope, well into the rope. That'll be 4, unless I'm much mistaken.
All you're asking for are 6 balls there. And look at Anderson running after that. There's no way that he's fully fit, that's for sure. 50 to Shane Watson, 2 50s at Edgbaston, and he's enjoying this promotion to the opener's role.
He's enjoying it. He's playing well. He's working hard here. What would be ideal for him, what would be the icing on a cake for him, is to carry on this time. I'm sure that Watson knows that if, for instance, Onions now settles onto a line and a length from this Kirkstall Lane end, that he's going to have to judge it very finely, what to play out, what to leave. But if England continue bowling in various different areas, then the runs will be there to be taken. But it would make a very satisfied man of him if he was able to take this time somewhere up to 3 figures and beyond. Halfway there so far, this table. Well, that's close. And he's got him. It's not going to happen for Shane Watson then. He got his 50, but that's it. And Graham Onions has struck a blow that might just showing him the way forward for the rest of the day.
50 and out twice at Edgbaston for Watson, 50 and out here. Played well though, but that is out. Full length. That's what we talked about all the time, and Onions should provide that on a consistent basis. He has done there, hitting 3/4 of the way up middle stump. Fairly straightforward decision for Billy Bowden to give Shane Watson 51 from 67. Well played. Australia 133 for 2.
Mike Hussey, 34 years old, 41 test matches, average still in the 50s. It's been coming down over the last year or so, but it's still a very good career average. Just when you needed a straight one, Onions fires that wide. Well, that is the definition of close, isn't it? Knocking middle out, hitting him in line beautifully. Well, it took its time. Stuart Broad had thought he'd got his man straight away. It just took, it seemed, an eternity for the finger to go up to confirm the decision. Just angling back in. And Ponting playing across it. Hits him, what, in front of middle and leg, give or take, and might well have been taking leg out. So Ricky Ponting has to go. It's been a very impressive innings. He's played absolutely beautifully for that 78. But he's got to go. 140 for 3. Michael Clarke comes in, the form horse of this Australian batting lineup. Average of 50 in his Test career, and to watch him and Michael Hussey now, both on naught. Here are David Lloyd and Sir Ian Botham.
Thanks, David. And Michael Hussey off the mark. Very fine drive. It's a good delivery, it's up there and it's full, Nas. And I think people say you can't get wickets from around the wicket. I don't believe that. If it's full and you're playing across it, you can. Let's have a look at this.
Not sure he likes it, but he's on his way back, Michael Hussey. England coming back strongly, bowling a full length. I think England have been really giddy so far, but yeah, it looks absolutely dead middle and leg, I would have said. Leg stump. Just clipping leg stump. Now that's a surprise. It looked as if it was middle and leg, but Mike Hussey charges off the field. He's gone for 10. It's 151 for 4.
And Marcus North. Only lead by 49. 2 more wickets.
Stuart Broad now has 2 wickets. Figures stack up actually, 7.4 overs, 1 made and 2 for 29. Well, he's around the wicket, check out the angle. Michael Hussey goes forward and then withdraws his leg, and it's a full length delivery. Looked as if it was going to go on to hit middle and leg. Hawkeye tells us that it's going to clip the outside of leg stump, and that would be on the angle from around the wicket from Stuart Broad. Always going to bring a big appeal, but the key to England and England's bowlers is to bowl the length.
Well, that's a fine shot. He's whipped that. Where he's whipped it from, I'm not sure. Bowler's reaction tells you it was straight.
Well, I think it's all right. I think it's angled. See the angle? Yeah, it's going down leg side. That is so easy for a class player just to clip it. Yeah, he loves it there. Ball there all day to a top order batsman, and that's where he'll hit you.
Good shot, that reach for that. This ball was a bit of a gimme. But this one is a good shot.
Such a pleasing player to watch is Michael Clarke. There's a real suspicion that he's nothing like 100% fit. Nice poetic shot there from him.
There's some bat on that. If I'm wrong, then it's mighty close.
Yeah, my initial reaction was he hit it. He didn't hit it, look like it was out. Yeah, big inside edge. I was going to say they can't be out, but let's just say they shouldn't be out, David.
It's not a good start to the over. The loosener, just short and wide. And the ball clatters into the boundary boards.
Well, you can use any excuse you like, but to me, Jimmy Anderson's not right. He ambled in then, it was just a short, loosener, I'll just see how I go. You can't do that. He's 72 runs behind. If he's out in the field, he's got to be right. There's no point him going out there and bowling half wrap power and bowling all over the place and getting smacked. That's what he's got to bowl. He's got to be consistent and back up a good spell from Stuart Broad and Onions. They've taken some wickets, they got back in the game. They can't afford Jimmy Anderson just to come on now and bowl all over the place. They need him to bowl well. But I think I'm a bit with Nasser. I think there's something there, David.
I think you're right. I think if he's going to put on a show here, a show of being okay, well, did well to reach that. That was dross, I'm afraid, outside the off stump. And Michael Clarke really had to stretch.
Yep. Rubbish. Can't bowl that. Can't bowl. He's lucky to reach that. Just hit the toe down to third man. Really, this is such a crucial point for England at the moment. So crucial.
Another 4. Well, you've heard it before, those 3 little words, short, wide, 4. Look at that crunch. Oh dear, oh dear. That Sweded him. Right on the Swede. Harmison in straight away. You okay, mate? Down for a compulsory 8, I would say. Yeah, stay there until you're absolutely right. This is full on.
Took his eyes off it. That is the problem I have with helmets. It encourages batsmen to do things like that. Take their eyes off the ball and then they get hit. All Harmison has to do now is think that, okay, what is this batsman thinking about? He has just been hit on his head. Hit on his head because it was a short ball that he took his eyes off. Is his front foot going to be coming down the pitch? Is he going to be a bit tentative and stay back in his crease? I would think he'll be a bit more tentative and not really push that front foot down the pitch. So I'll be looking to pitch the ball up, not drive length of course, but pitch the ball up in that no man's land just about off stump.
So no bouncer for you, a voice from the back. Swing ball, a beautiful outswingers, in swingers, 383 wickets for England. Ian Botham, bouncer. Nearly a wide down the leg side.
What do they say when you fall off a bike, Bumble? Jump back on it immediately. That's why you don't bowl a bouncer immediately. Let him sit there and wait, suffer. When is it coming?
Well, you have to think that was a waste, wasn't it? That next delivery, the one
Complete
thing,
waste.
Make him play, make him do something, not just stand there and let it go. Oh, hits him again, it's in the air, is this a catch? Big catch, big appeal. Is he out? Is he out? Nothing from umpire Rauf. They can't believe it.
Well, this has hit something. He's not wearing an arm guard. And the sound certainly wasn't like flesh. Let's have a look here. Well, that looks as if it has hit him on the wrist. Now, is the strap on the glove on the wrist as well? That's interesting.
Now then, has it hit the wristband of the glove? Or has it missed it completely? Justin. Outside edge, oh, it's going to third man. Slips in position, it goes in the gap again.
That's Marcus North's first run since 2 minutes to 6. And it wasn't a controlled stroke. But at least he's getting 4 runs to his name.
There's the bounce, angled bat. And that gap is now being filled from mid-on. As soon as that shot has gone down to third man, a fielder comes in, the horse is gone. pace and bounce to finish the 47th over, 196 for 4. And that is the end of proceedings for this day. 14 wickets have fallen. Marcus North moved on to 7 from 42 deliveries. He's in there with Michael Clarke. It's been a torrid time for him, but his skill has seen him through. 34 from 60 deliveries. Partnership of 45. Australia's day, you would say. Australia's lead is 94. 3 wickets for England, but 127 runs in that session at just under 4 runs and over. Good play from Clarke once again. We've got an interesting pitch here. Some pace and bounce, and wickets have been falling.
That man hasn't been at the top of his game, though, that's for sure. Just hasn't looked right, Jimmy Anderson. Normally under these conditions you'd have expected a lot better from him. 12 overs, none for 55. Just not his day.
Bright sunshine on David Lloyd's face here at Headingley, day 2. No dramas for England this morning, no early morning fire alarms, no one falling over, no way of working out how you replace Flintoff. Just that, 102 plays 196 for 4. That's the problem this morning. England need wickets, and they need to bowl and bat much better than they did on day 1. Australia have their 2 men at the crease who were so good at Edgbaston on that last day. Partnership of 185 then between Clarke and North, so they like batting together. Clarke has been the batsman of the series so far. That's a good start. Positive from North. The outfield slightly quicker. Will Bopara chase it down? No. 200 comes up and the 50 partnership.
Well, what a good shot this is. He looks to have settled in there at number 6, Marcus North. Been around the counties, played for many counties. Well, that's a super shot. Middle of the bat. 201 for 4. 34s and 1-6 in that.
Short, pulled away. All the talk about dome bowl short. First delivery from Harmison is that. And it trickles over the boundary for 4. Pulled away, no one at all between deep square leg and mid-on. So again, the ball just trickles over for 4. Bounced. Half stopped, but it will trickle away for 4. 219 for 4. Come on, tell us, how's the game changed? Well, there you go, 50 for Clarke. Just tucked off his hip nicely, takes the single. The form player in the series.
Number 3 in the world. And he's an elegant player. He's good to watch, he's Michael Clarke. He has a bit of an angelic face, but it looks as if he enjoys being out there. 2 centuries in the series so far.
But again, I don't get this. Really don't. How many times do you have to say it?
Well, they're feasting, Australia. Gorging themselves. Well, if it is a plan, I think England need to revert to plan B.
Well done, Matt Prior. Bad back or not, that's an excellent take. That's a better shot. Mid-off, can't get down. Probably should have saved that. Expensive over from Anderson. 10 from it. 237 for 4. That's a poor start from Broad. North is too good to miss out on those. He doesn't 4 more.
Well, all Andrew Strauss can do, and I'm talking to you, Nasser Hussain, as a former captain, is stand at first slip. Watch the ball disappear into all parts. He's just brought deep backward square, who was on the boundary, brings him up to square leg, and the ball's clipped through mid-wicket. Strauss now has no alternative. He's moved Bopara back to the boundary, run saving.
Shot. It's another boundary. Got some good touch this morning, Michael Clarke. But it's a tough situation for the captain, but I think aggressive fields, defensive bowling is the way to go. The bowlers just aren't backing it up at the moment.
Picking him nicely, Michael Clarke. Picking that in-swinger, just whipping it away through square leg, Mikey.
Yeah, if you look at Jimmy's pitch map here, look at this first one. Those two deliveries, we remember two balls that went past Michael Clarke. The one closest to our stump is the one that he just pushed at. The one wider, he drove at it. That's the sort of length that you're looking for Jimmy Anderson, the bowler, regularly, and even perhaps slightly fuller than that, because he does swing the ball. If you look at his overall pitch map, though, you'll see quite a few deliveries that were full in length. That one that was driven for 4, I think that was up to the mid-off to cut that off. Not too many boundaries for balls pitched full in length.
Same again. It's not great bowling, but it's wonderful batting.
I think we're getting frustrated up here, and I think Andrew Strauss must be tearing his hair out. He's coming up for the chat to his bowler now. I think those two deliveries sum up the patience issue. Michael Holding's just told us about he bowled two beautiful outswingers. Michael Clarke played a miss and he sort of half pushed at one to cover. Suddenly now, started this over, two massive in-swingers gone hit for 4. So to me, Jimmy Anderson is an outswing bowler with the odd in-swinger to set the batsman up. To me, he's just trying in-swinger, outswinger, and it's just losing his patience.
Good running. And comedy. Oh dear. Ignominy. Very suspicious look at the turf. Right, in we come. Adopt the position. And what happens next?
You don't really want him injured, actually. He's only gone. He's bowled 2 overs for 1. Graham Swan.
He looks all right to the left-hander, but a good shot to bring up his 50. Marcus North with 6 boundaries. And the more you see Marcus North, the more impressed you are with him. Well played, Marcus North.
Yeah, looks a real good player. 300 on the board as well. Couple of milestones, one for North, one for the team. Lead extends to 198.
Singles, the understanding out the middle of the wicket. There's been some cheeky little quick singles taken. And just sometimes it's a nod. Not even a call. They just understand where each other's coming from. There's been a lot of chat you see at the end of each over with these two, or after a good shot, they go up and talk to each other.
Well, it's vintage Australia, is this, that we're seeing on top, bossing the game. Knock the bad ball away. Pin singles, keep it moving. Especially when you've got left hand, right hand. There's nothing. The fielders out there in the heat have to change over. Bowlers change the line. Oh, huge appeal. Yeah, I'm gone. First wicket of the morning. Full length ball, Graham Onions. Full length ball. Full length ball. Gets a wicket.
Here's the Yorker. Graham Onions, surprised he didn't start this morning. This looked absolutely plumb. Tailed in a bit, hit him on the full. And that's hitting the stumps. It's hitting leg stump. Michael Clarke will be very, very disappointed. Out again in the 90s. Out for 93. He's played beautifully. Got Australia into a good position. Deserved 100. Weathered the storm. Played some excellent shots and really deserved the 3 figures. Getting a wonderful applause from the Headingley crowd for his 93. Well played, Michael Clarke. Australia 303 for 5.
England have taken a wicket. The new batsman who's been waiting a long time. Australia wicket-keeper batsman Brad Hadding, good player. Taking a a long time to break that partnership. Good time just before the lunch break.
Yeah, they really needed that. Disappointing for Michael Clarke. It was a good ball from Young. It's a full one, as you said, Bumble. And all over the place, England's bowlers, and too short. This one, the full occasion. Enough to hit the leg stump, that one.
It sure is, or it sure has been for a lot of the time. Didn't quite time it, but hit it well enough. Stuart Broad and Ravi Bopara giving chase. I think the ball had stopped moving by the time Stuart Broad dived at that. But this is a field that will have come in conjunction with captain and bowler, isn't it? They had a chat before the new ball was taken. Steve Harmison's taken over 200 test match wickets. If he doesn't want this field, he presumably can tell Strauss.
Well, how does it work? Strauss has gone up and said, I want you to bounce Haddin out. We've done that before. I think he was bounced out to Cardiff, maybe. Well, that's the plan. Harmison can turn around and say, no, I don't want to bounce him out.
Well, there we go. What a good plan. Ian Bell, leg gully, bounced out by Steve Harmison. Well done, Andrew Strauss. 323 for 6.
It's not short enough for the shot. And spooned up to Ian Bell. Didn't look comfortable there. He goes for 14. New ball works. 323 for 6.
Dangerous customer with a lead of 221 is Mitchell Johnson. Very aggressive player with the bat. He's not going to hang around here, I would have thought, with this lead. With the new ball and England attacking, he'll probably look to play some shots. Given the field, Brad Haddin just assumed it was going to be a bouncer. That's why he was almost premeditating the hook, but it actually wasn't that short.
It was a poor shot, wasn't it? With two men there catching and two men out on the hook, really, last thing he should have been thinking was to play this shot. Not short enough, got in a horrible position. Just spooned it up in the air.
No, it's gone over the slips. Looking to pull and almost looking to get out of the way. What did it come off? The bat, says Asad Rao. 334 for 6.
So it is going to be chin music for the lower order batsman. Thinks about playing the pull shot. Very similar to the Haddin shot. Big edge, healthy edge over the keeper.
Cracking shots. Didn't involve much footwork, just a good eye, a couple of good hands. That's 4 more.
Well, he's gone after this one. It's full. Fraction of width. Not sure it's exactly where it was meant to go. It's meant to go a bit more in the cover region, but he absolutely creamed it. Threw everything at it. That raced away.
Just slightly over pitch, but beautifully played by Marcus North. That's a classic shot. The one earlier in the over might have had an element of slice about it. This was beautiful, just the full face. And that's another 4.
Yeah, nice stroke. The one previous boundary in the over, he threw everything at it. This one was a more balanced drive, more a classical cover drive. Maybe Munions won't mind that. Munions will go for the odd 4 because he does bowl a foolish length, but he takes wickets. Talk about the crowd getting behind Harmison and steaming in also when the tail's in that second new ball.
Short ball hooked away. A long old chase in front of square, and a fruitless one in the end.
Well, first of all, I think he's hit it, and secondly, I think it might well be just sliding down, but it certainly sounded like 2 noises to me.
pitches. Now, does he hit it? No. Sliding down leg side for me. Looks like it's a straight on of this pitch. He's just turned a touch, but he's going to... I think he's drifting just past leg stump, yes. Hawkeye's interpretation also.
Hit on the up, 4 more. No need to run for that. No one's catching that down in that bottom corner. Ball just a few overs old, 16, but just starting to look a little worn.
Yeah, looking a touch ragged, and Stuart Broad also. Just looks like he might combust here. He's stomping back to his mark.
Short, pulled, and Ravi Papara has not had to move. Mitchell Johnson goes for 27. England have got another wicket.
Classic dismissal, as they say, caught in the leg trap. Way out on the boundary. Ravi Bopara said it himself. He took a couple of steps back also towards the boundary. Johnson might have liked this first as he hit it, but he staggers around. Ravi Bopara, safe pair of hands. He's probably a metre from the boundary. Yes, England have taken another wicket, but Australia lead by 291. Johnson 27, 393 for 7.
Hero in the first innings for Australia with the ball, Peter Siddle. And now on the receiving end, he's at the non-striker's end. Marcus North will be on strike. He's on 94.
I'm going to go back to them leg spinners again. I'm going to get this away. Australia in leg spin have taken 247 wickets against England in the last 20 years. Peter McIntyre has taken 2, Trevor Holmes 11, Stuart McGill 39, that other bloke 195.
How many have we got, Bumble?
None.
Roll in, first ball. Peter Siddle goes very first ball. Bowled Stuart Broad.
Good delivery this from Stuart Broad to a new batsman. We've said all along, difficult to start. And Stuart Broad's nipping in and picks up his 4th wicket. Marcus North is at the other end on 95. Siddle's gone first ball, 394 for 8.
Stuart Clark out in the middle. He's reserved on his batting skills at the moment.
North 1 hit away. Goes for that big hit. He middles it. He nails it all the way. What a way to bring up 100. His 2nd in his series and the 3rd of his career. Brilliant batting.
Yeah, well played, Marcus North. Deserved that. And just his 6th test match brings up his 3rd 100. And he's got a 96 at Edgbaston. He's taken a test cricket pretty well. Enjoy the applause. He really has played well. It's good to see the Leeds crowd give him a good ovation too. Well played, Marcus North. What a way to bring it up too. He likes the sweep shot against the spinners. And he didn't want to just put it to the boundary. He went over the fence. Great balance. What a stroke. I reckon he's happy about that one. Why wouldn't you be? Well played. You're beauty.
There is the big shot down the ground, straight over us, a long, long way into the building site for 6.
Could have put your left hand out there, Nas. Just about caught that one. That's a good stroke, and that's what we're talking about. Don't mind that, Graham Swan. Keep throwing them up like that. They cannot resist. Mind you, he's not a bad golfer, Stuart Clark. That looks like he's just loaded up on the first tee with a driver.
Well, that's been absolutely smacked over mid-wicket. Stuart Clark, the all-rounder.
There it is, the short one. I've been talking about, he doesn't mind the short one. We showed you the ball, how he bowled to Peter Siddle. First ball knocked him over, hit the top of off. Stuart Broad just getting a bit carried away here. Bowling short, wide. Not getting it right to the tail enders. She's enjoyed it. I'm enjoying watching her cheer like that. It's
Steady,
great to
Shane,
see.
steady.
Great to see the crowd just enjoying themselves and standing up and jumping around.
Pulled again. And 6 again.
Just in case Stuart Broad thought that was a fluke, have some more of that. Stuart Clark racing 28. What a stroke. It's not the worst shot, that either.
What was he worried about his batting for this morning? Bowled him, dragged on. The Clark cameo comes to an end. 5 wickets for Broad.
Well, Clark was going to continue playing his shots. Handy little cameo of 20-odd. Gets the bottom edge on to the stumps here. It was wide. Just didn't quite bounce as much. Stuart Clark helped Stuart Broad get his 5th wicket of the innings with an inside edge onto the pegs. Played Stuart Clark. Stuart Broad's second 5-wicket haul. Stuart Clark goes for entertaining 32 off just the 22 cherries.
That's a big hit. Is it big enough? It's gone a long, long way up. Anderson takes the catch. And it brings to an end a fabulous innings from Marcus North. And a fabulous innings from Australia. That will be tea. And all the Australian dressing room will go to Marcus North and say, well played, young man. 110. And he's set inside up beautifully.
Business end, you would say. Yes, Rule Britannia booming out around the ground, and England trail by 343. Ricky Ponting won't mind a bit as he brings his team out ready for the kill, you would say. England 102 all out, Australia a commanding 445. This lad looks a very, very good player, Marcus North, in at number 6. He looks settled at number 6. I don't think there'll be any thoughts of, oh, he's doing really well, let's move him up to number 5. That's his slot. Clipped away and timed perfectly by Andrew Strauss. 8 without loss.
Full of length again, but just slightly offline this time. Lovely little leg stump half volley for a left-hander. Should miss these, and doesn't.
Oh, a nasty bounce for Haddin. It's off the bat, flicked down the leg side, but it bounced just in front of Brad Haddin, who was diving away to his right. And with the bounce came a bit of a nasty kick.
Johnson going for the Yorker. Just drifted in a fraction. Bounced in front of Haddin.
Good timing, good placement. There were 2 men on the onside, relatively close together, and he got it beautifully between them.
Yeah, no one should be too disappointed. Ponting has placed the extra man on the leg side so that Clark can bowl straighter and not just be left. He has gone straighter. It's the great skill of opening the batting. Leave it and let the bowler come to you. Get the bowler frustrated.
Inside edge. Must be. Otherwise, different answer, I think. Runs given, that confirms that. It's 56 without loss. Strauss 32, Cook 20. That was the inside edge, final ball of the previous over. Suitably spotted by the umpire. So not out was the verdict. Right, time for a change in the commentary box. It's Ian Botham and Michael Atherton.
Funny place though, isn't it, Headingley, how the game can change so dramatically from day to day, depending on the conditions, the overhead conditions, the way the pitch develops. You get periods where nothing happens and then suddenly the ball starts to move. Very difficult ground to predict anything. Inside edge again. No, gone. Finger goes up. Strauss has gone. That's deserved reward for Hilfenhaus, who's bowled a beautiful length at England's left-handers. I wondered whether there was an inside edge, but Strauss is going anyway.
There's no bat here for me, and I can't see a lot wrong with it. It's hit him on the back leg, and it looks out to me. Pitched fine. Disturbs the surface, beats the inside edge, and would have gone on, hit up middle and off. Good decision, well bowled. Big wicket. The wicket they'll be wanting. The captain is on his way back. He's gone for 32. It's 58 for 1.
Still in the early stages of his Test career, just his 10th match, but there's no question that he's under pressure in this pivotal number 3 position. He could do with some runs, both for his own sake and now for his team's as well in this game. England had got to 58. A good start. Strauss getting a good one from Hilfenhaus that nipped back on him. And now Bopara is in. Oh, and out, surely! Yes! Bopara waves his bat. He thinks he's got an inside edge, but he's gone first ball.
He might find himself in a bit of a trouble whether he did or didn't here. But, well, is it? Has he squeezed it, or is it bat then pad? It's a great first delivery. Definitely some inside edge there. But the decision you've got to make is whether it's before or after it's hit the pad. For me, it looked before. Bopara, he's gone though. He's gone for naught. It's 58 for 2.
Only one Australian taken an Ashes hat-trick in the last 100 years, and he's in this commentary box somewhere. Can Ben Hilfenhaus become the second? These are critical moments for England. Hilfenhaus on a hat-trick. Ooh, that's a Jaffa. That is a Jaffa. Move late off the seam. What an over from Hilfenhaus. 58 for 2.
Not a bad delivery, is it, for the hat-trick? You'll not get much closer without getting it. Oh, and he knows it.
Edged, gone. A terrific end to the day for Australia. Bell has gone. He's having a bad match. Gone for 3. England 3 down.
Well, the ball before, I think, wins this. Ball before comes back at him a little bit. This is just going wider and wider. Plays at it. Ricky Ponting makes no mistake. He doesn't. And England 67 for 3. Ian Bell. He's gone for 3. England in all kinds of trouble.
67 for 3. Paul Collingwood in at number 5. Matt Prior at 6, and then Stuart Broad. So things not looking good for England. Change up here. David Lloyd, Nasser Hussain.
That's close, very close. Yes, gone. In swinging, full. No chance for Collingwood.
Beautiful bowling. We'd heard about it. He's not shown us till the back end of this series. Mitchell Johnson, full straight, fast, 90 miles an hour. It's that haircut that's done it. Oh, sitting duck straight in front, swings now. It's hitting leg and middle, and it ain't going over the top. Excellent bowling, Johnson. Aggressive, swinging, deadly. Collingwood 4, 74 for 4.
England's night watchman arrives at the crease. 74 for 4. Anderson protecting Matt Prior. What an over from Mitchell Johnson. He got Collingwood across. He bowled him 3 or 4 deliveries that went straight across him. And just when you thought he was going to push another one across, the big in-swinger, It was superb left-arm swing bowling. Well, I think it is worth looking at that Johnson over again. Said how well Mitchell Johnson had set up Paul Collingwood. Look at the 3 deliveries before. Across. So Collingwood keeps going further and further across. And then the big in-swinging Yorker. That's brilliant. It really is. Collingwood, no chance. Ball delivery edge, yes!
Disarray, England. Johnson again, sensational, I would say. Mitchell Johnson, supremely fit, strong, piling into England. Full ball, swings late, outside edge through to the wicket keeper. England all over the place. Australia closing down England. 4th test match going very much Australia's way. Alistair Cook, 30, 78 for 5.
Game's moving forward. Matt Pryor comes to the crease, number 7, because there's a night watchman. 58 for none England were half an hour ago. They're now 78 for 5. Hostile left-arm swing bowling. Watch the late swing here. It's going straight and then it starts to swing away. And Cook edges it through to Haddon. That's close, is it? Close enough? No.
Now, I reckon that this is a real good decision. They're going to get so excited when you leave the ball, don't play. It's not done enough. It's not done enough to come back. It's going to get a massive appeal.
Great decision. An umpire could have just given that out for the lack of shot. Just thought, that is rubbish, that's out. But Asad Rauf knew the laws, said no, not coming back enough. Edged and dropped. Last ball of the day, I think. Marcus North, who took an absolute blinder in the first innings, he says this just dipped on him.
Well, what drama. No, catch that, Marcus. He's had a great series so far. Took a stunner in the first innings. Last ball of the day. We could have been into the last half hour if that had stuck. Excellent bowling from Johnson. England dejected, disarray. What a day we've had. High drama. Australia, wonderful performance from then. England still trail by 261. It's 82 for 5. 5 wickets this session.
England need 36 more runs to avoid their highest ever home defeat in Test match cricket. They are a massive 261 runs behind. Australia need just the 5 wickets, which are basically Matt Pryor and the tail. And the way Johnson and Hilfenhaus and the rest have bowled, that should just be a matter of time today. Anderson still on naught. There's that swing again. Anderson left one last night that was a little bit too close to leave. Quite a good crowd in, considering that you might not see too much cricket today. The Australians received a healthy reception from that crowd. They all stood and clapped. No booing. No booing for that man. Not today. Short and away. Anderson off the mark again.
Well, it doesn't matter how you get them. It's always nice to get off that naught. I've got plenty of them. I couldn't do it. I hate it. I always got a naught. Always got out of a naught. But nice for Jimmy Anderson to get off and then keeps his record intact. So, you get him straight off the toe in the 4. And from an England point of view, they actually want to annoy Australia and stay out there as long as they can and keep the bowlers out there.
Edged and caught. Might have got a boundary, but that was it from Anderson.
Yep, just hung the bat out there and nicked it straight to Ricky Ponting at second slip. He'll be disappointed, Jimmy Anderson. It's that man, Ben Hilfenhaus, again. Straight, nice, comfortable catch to Ricky Ponting. Ben Hilfenhaus just gets better and better. Really has bowled well. England lose their 6th wicket for 86.
England's bowling all-rounder arrives at the crease, averaging nearly 30. Got 6 wickets when he bowled in the first innings, so he'll have a bit of confidence in his game. After Broad, it's just the bowlers Swan, Onions, Harmison. Very strong through there, Pryor.
Yeah, that's where he likes him, short and wide. He likes to throw the bat at him. He's very good against the cross bat, horizontal shot, the cut shot, or the straight bat guide through there. Does like the whip outside the off stump. He gets real hot on top of it too.
4 more in that area behind square. 100 comes up for England.
We spoke about that's where he likes it, Pryor. Mitchell Johnson's just got a little bit wide this morning to Pryor. He's trying to get it full. Just got it and straight. He's got a bit wide at the moment. And England bring up their 100.
It's not bad from Johnson. You can see the plan. Got 243 runs to play with before you go behind again. And if he's going to keep driving on the angle going across, brings those 3 slips and 2 gullies into play. But he'll keep finding the gap.
That was a nice stroke, that one. Really hit that out the middle. Creamed it. You just sense he's trying to set him up for something like Paul Collingwood yesterday, Mitchell Johnson. Same to Pryor. He's just got it a bit wide and a bit full this time. With Collingwood, it was a better length. These ones to Pryor just hasn't quite got it right. But I just feel he's setting him up for the big in-swinger.
Whoa, inside edge, I think. Yes, 4 runs. Just a bit of a cutter. Rolled his fingers and it's so dry it gripped and bounced. Edged and a brilliant catch. What a catch. Superb from Haddin.
Wow, what a catch. Brad Haddin. The keepers work, and they work every morning to try and take the catches, and they get their feet in the right position, but every now and then there's an instinct catch. Brad Haddin, look at this for a catch. It's low. He had to make a decision. Does he go in front of first slip? He decided it was quick. He made it. No hesitation. What a catch. Rock and Rod Stewart, Brad Haddin. Super catch.
Pryor goes for 22. It's 120 for 7. And Swan in the middle, down to the bowlers now. 2 Nottinghamshire boys trying to keep Australia in the field. Swan and Broad up here. Holding is with Lloyd.
The end is nigh. 3 wickets to go for Australia. Hilfenhaus now has 4 for 50. It's a good catch, is this? Split second decision. Does he go? Yes. Pouches it right-handed.
Do you remember Worcestershire Bumble? Those catches that he dropped at Worcester, and everyone was then doubting his wicket-keeping ability. Well, we have seen it. Australia are definitely on the up.
Oh! Finger ender. Lobbed into the air. He's a big man too, Peter Siddle. Just gets a finger ender on this.
Close call. You'd have thought perhaps you'd have taken a couple of steps back, but perhaps he picked it up a bit late as well. Almost got there. Almost got there.
Sliced away, it's a big thick edge, goes uppersley over the slips perfectly safely.
A little bit of width. Goes after it. Say, isn't it? Edge. Go for it. Go for it hard. Flies away.
Better shot this time. Same results in terms of runs added to the scoreline. Stuart Clark falling into seems a rather obvious trap, to be honest. Too wide, too full. For a man who's made his reputation on accuracy, those two poor deliveries. Straighter and chipped. Chipped very well indeed. Stuart Broad in free-flowing mode at the moment, it seems, against Stuart Clark.
Enjoying himself. Straighter, lofted, and timed very well.
Hammered away again. Well, that's two extra cover. Fourth boundary of the over, which has cost Stuart Clark 16. And the boundary also brings up the 50 partnership. The partnership worth 52, at just better than a runner ball. Right, back with you. And that's crashed away. Well, it's drawn a huge roar from the crowd. It's been great fun to watch that. Broad goes to 52 with a flurry of boundaries in the last two overs.
Great fun. Good to watch. Full house here. Probably thinking after the second or third ball, where it was this morning, might all be going home by 11:30. Well, Stuart Broad's enjoyed himself. And that's a lovely shot. I love it. Full face of the bat. Stood up. Down the ground. Well played.
Well, that's an extraordinary shot. It's gone high. Whoa! Wasn't a bad effort. Wasn't a bad effort. Mitchell Johnson went back and further back. $215 for 7. Well, that was a brave effort from Mitchell Johnson. In the end, he's just all he's been able to do is get a hand on it. Got the hand on it, nearly grabbed it. Over it goes for 4. Broad's on to 57, Swan's on to 37.
That's well bowled. Don't think it's out though.
Did he hit it? I think he might have hit it, or was swinging too far down. Stuart Clark, I think, was stifled appeal. He was going to stop, then suddenly kept going. He might have got a touch on this one, or was swinging a long way down. Nah, going a long way down. Didn't touch it. Just hit him in the boot. Going a long way down. Good decision. It's had a good game, actually.
Two men out there again, and this time it's taken. Shane Watson, the man taking the catch.
Well, one sticks, one finds straight to the fielder. Stuart Broad gone for 61. He played well through the bat, played some excellent shots. The end of the partnership. Good partnership too. Australia be more than happy to get their 8th wicket. England 220 for 8. Broad goes for 61 off just 48 balls.
Steve Harmison comes in now at number 10 for England. Not on strike at the moment. Batsman crossed while that catch was being taken. So Graham Swan is the man on strike. On 47, Graham Swan.
It deserves his 52, Graham Swan. Now Steve Harmison's going to come in and throw the bat too. Stuart Broad threw the bat. Unfortunately on this occasion for him, he found the man in Shane Watson who held on to it. It was a good knock. Australia needed that one just to get it back a bit of normality. Having said that, Steve Harmison might not bring the game back to normality. He might just do exactly the same as what we've been seeing the last half hour and have some fun and throw the bat too.
Hook shot again. That's gone a long way. That's the half century.
That's 6. Well played, Graham Swan. 54 off 53 balls. 7 boundaries and a 6. Well played. Throwing the bat around today. Had a good partnership with Stuart Broad. He deserved his 50. He's played extremely well.
Over backward point. That may go all the way. It does. Harmison now joins in the fun.
Yep, slash. Safe out over there, over back of point's head. There's always no one down there. They put the third man in place, but he's pretty fine. More for the short ball or the nick that goes past the slips. This time Steve Harmison got a good piece of it.
Swing and a miss, I think. No, given. Swan didn't like it, but the Australians felt there was an edge, and Billy Bowden agreed.
Well, let's have a look. It's wide. Goes for it. Not sure he thinks he's hit it. He's done well. He's entertained this crowd. He and Stuart Broad. He's on his way though. He's gone for 62 from 72 balls. England just 1 wicket left. 259 for 9.
Graham Onions on a king pair. Johnson needs another wicket for Pfeiffer. Short again and nearly onto his stumps. That's hurt. That's how he was out in the first innings. Has got a chest protector on and an arm guard. He's going to need it. Short leg in play. He's fending it off, Onions. Bowled him. There it is. Mitchell Johnson has 5 wickets. Australia have their win. They're back in the series. The key man Johnson, all the talk, all the hype. He delivers when it counts. And Australia are back. A fantastic team display. Bowling, batting, catching. Well led by Ponting. They have outplayed England. They win within 3 days. And England will have to produce something special now to win back the Ashes. So the match summary, England, there you go. That's where they lose it. Bowled out for 102. Australia 445. North with the 100. England the second innings 263. 5 for Johnson, 4 for Hilfenhaus. Australia win by an innings and 80 runs.
Time to ask the Australian captain to come forward. Ricky Ponting. You're a bit of a pantomime villain this tour, aren't you? Have you got any message for our friends on the Western Terrace?
Not really. It's been an enjoyable week for us. Obviously, we've played some great cricket, which I'm very proud of the guys for bouncing back and playing the way they have this week. And there's a few Aussie supporters here that have cheered us along a little bit over the last few days, so that's good as well.
It's a bit more like the Australian team that many of us have seen over the years and remember.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think, all set up with some great bowling on the first day. As I said at the toss, I was going to have a bat as well. It didn't look like there was that much in the wicket. But as I said at the time, there was a little bit of cloud around, and I thought that if we bowled well enough, we'd create some chances. And all credit to our bowlers. I thought they bowled brilliantly on that first morning. That set the game up for us.
How important was Stuart Clark's selection for you?
Yeah, it was. I think it was spot on for these conditions. As we all know, spinners have found it pretty difficult here at Headingley, so we decided to go with the 4 quicks, and it paid dividends for us.
Sense that you're coming together at the right time, at the business end of the series.
Yeah, we couldn't have asked for anything more this game. I think our attitude right through the game has been spot on. We've played really hard Test match cricket. We've dominated the game from the first ball, and we've managed to win a game in 2.5 days. So you can't ask for any more there. And I think some of our guys are just getting better and better at the right end of the series. So that's a real positive for us.
Quite a long break now before the next game. Will it be difficult to keep everybody on the go?
Well, we've got a tour game in the middle. We've got a 2-day game up at Kent. So we've obviously a few guys there that want to have a good solid hit out in that game. But yeah, as you say, I think there's 6 days from now until the start of that game. So we're looking forward to the rest of the tour now. We've got a lot of momentum, as I felt we got out of the last day at Edgbaston. So everything's heading in the right direction.
And will you be playing for a draw at the Oval to retain the Ashes, or a win?
What do you think?
A win. Well done.
This presentation originated in 1080i high definition.